I'm Linda. This is Linda's World, and you didn't read this title incorrectly before you clicked it. I hate fall. I am an influencer with a YouTube channel and a podcast and an Instagram account, and I hate fall. And such a weight has already been lifted from my chest simply just saying those words out loud to you that I think this video is going to go rather smoothly. So if you are interested in knowing why it is that I'm probably the only inspirational content YouTuber in the world who doesn't like this particular season we're about to get into, well, stick around. I have a long list of explanation, and it starts right now. Before I dive into the content here and tell you all the reasons why I hate fall and what I intend to do about it, I want to bring up a couple of points of note first, if you don't mind. So the first one is the sound effects of this video. You may hear a background noise, and that's my air conditioner. The calendar says it's September 6th today, but the thermometer tells me it's like July 6th because it's like 84 degrees here in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt, and I sort of can't not have the air conditioner on. So apologies for the background noise you may hear. Now the next thing is the sweatshirt itself. This beautiful garment that says Wicked and is in bright orange is merch by Amber. My good friend Amber Greaves, who has her own YouTube channel here, and I'm going to link that down below for you, is also a person with a merch site. She makes beautiful clothing. I don't know if this one is in play anymore. I think she doesn't have any more, but she has other cool stuff. And so I'm going to link merch by Amber down below this video also, because if you like my content, you will love Amber's content even more. And what does it hurt to support a wonderful person and look cute in the bargain? And so there. Now, the final thing is this. I'm about to explain to you how much I hate fall and why, but I do not intend to shade anybody else's personal preferences. If you're a person who loves fall and you think that this is absolutely ludicrous, that's fine. That's what makes us different. If you're about the apple cider donut and the flannel shirt and the Doc Martens and the hayride, and you can't even wait for Halloween and you've been planning it since last Halloween, go you. You do you. That's awesome. I'm just telling you how I feel personally. And so, there. I think we're ready. Now, here's the thing. First and foremost, I want to tell you that I feel kind of guilty because I have put up fall content on this channel, and I'm probably going to put fall content up on this channel because what you're really seeing is a person trying to trick themselves into liking it. You know, that whole fake it till you make it kind of thing. I try to participate in fall stuff and enjoy things that other people enjoy so that maybe I'll get the hang of it and maybe I won't feel this way inside. But it's been 44 years and I don't think I'm changing. So I'm going to give you my laundry list of reasons why fall is just so not palatable to me. Okay. And I do want to go on record as saying I love the taste of literally anything pumpkin. I would have pumpkin spice underwear if I could. Like, I love pumpkin. Okay. And so that has never been a question. Okay. So the first reason I hate fall very much is because it is the end of summer. And if anyone knows who I am and knows anything about me, they know that summer means a lot to me because of so many different reasons. I mean, I know a lot of people hate it because of the weather, and we'll touch on that, but summer to me has always been a time of freedom. And it's always been a time of happiness and sunshine, and everything good that happens to me in the summer. Don't get me wrong, bad stuff's happened to me in the summer, but like, it's always been a time of hope. And like, I'm tan and I don't have to wear so many layers of clothing, and the beach is there calling my name, and Mr. Softy's ice cream truck comes by my house at night, and like, I walk my dog in the sunshine and I can put on a bathing suit, and there's pools and oceans and flotation devices and vacations and it's just awesome. Like, summer is also time off from school because I'm a teacher, so like I've had the same schedule. I went directly from being a student to a teacher, so like I've had the same schedule since 1982, you know, when I started kindergarten. So summer's always been a free thing because I don't have to report to that building, whether as a teacher or a student. So like, that's a beautiful thing to me. So fall is just like the murderer of summer, you know? Like, I don't see it as a changing of the season. I see it as the man who came to take my sunshine away. You know? So when it becomes fall, I cry. And actually, I just came really close to crying right now, even explaining it, because of how deeply I feel summer and how much it does for my mental health. and for my mood and for people around me's mental health because they have to talk to me, and like all of those things that it implies. And I think that kind of leads me to number 2, which is weather. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like humidity, okay? I'm not a lunatic. Like, I'm not walking around going, 100% humidity, 99 degrees, woohoo. No, okay? Please understand. But yet, I like it when it's hot. I like wearing shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops. Like, when you go to the store, you just bring your phone and your keys and your money. Like, that's it. You don't have to, like, dress and undress and put on all kind of layers. And you don't have to worry, like, is the temperature going to, like, do I have to warm up my car? Or, like, ooh, is the heat on? Or, like, things like that. Because the temperature is good. Like, John Denver, in his song Sunshine on My Shoulders, made it very clear. He said, sunshine almost always gets me high. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. And when the weather changes to rainy days and just nothing but a mess of like wet brown leaves on the sidewalk, and in Brooklyn it's not that attractive, by the way. It's just yucky, and it makes me feel really sad that I have to put on clothing like this, as beautiful as it is. I hate being covered like that, and I feel very encumbered, and I'm extremely, like scarily claustrophobic. Like, I'm so claustrophobic that I don't really sleep with my covers on. Like, I'm so claustrophobic that I get afraid of socks. Like, I don't like cover because I feel like it's like weighing on me. I feel like it's prison. And so when the weather changes, clothing has to change because, it has to. And it's like, what am I going to do? Wear a bikini in December? You can't do that. So, like, I feel very jailed, and they feel very frightened, actually, that I'm jailed, and that's one of the reasons I hate fall. Now, people are going to kill me for this next one. I really don't like Halloween. I have a video on my channel from a long time ago. It's from Halloween Day, actually. I made it the night of Halloween 2019, and I'll link it down below if you want. And it's about the 3 stages of life in a woman on Halloween, where you go from being the girl who's little and puts on a costume and gets candy to the young woman who puts on a risque costume, which, if you have ever seen Mean Girls, they say basically lingerie and animal ears, and go out to the club and try to hook up because you look cute with your little like cat suit on, And then the 3rd stage, which is you're the older woman handing out candy to kids on your porch, saying, "Oh my, don't you look cute? Look, it's Batman. Look, it's a doctor. Look, it's a policeman." And giving like bite-sized Snickers to kids. And so that's what Halloween is about. If you're any one of those life stages, and I actually, in my video, I explained how I bypassed number 2. I didn't go out to the club with the animal ears on. I just morphed from kid who got the candy to old lady who gives the candy. And so, with the exception of the fact that I could eat all the Reese's I want, I really don't see Halloween as being cool. Like, I try, and my brothers are like hardcore into it, and they get really dressed up, and I love what Ariana Grande does for Halloween. Like, I love, the costume where she was Eye of the Beholder from the Twilight Zone, the pig face. That was astounding. Like, Ariana Grande does Halloween really well, and she loves it, and I love her, but like, I can't share her, like I'm not going to say I like Halloween just because Ariana does. That's crazy. I'm 44 years old. Like, I have my own choices and my own preferences. And Halloween just pisses me off. It's like a day that like people they just have license to throw eggs on the sidewalk, or like it's a day that give you license to hide behind a mask and try to hook up and like be insincere. And like, it's a hassle is what it is. And like, I've tried all my life to dig the holiday, and it's not my least favorite holiday. I have one of those, and you'll be really surprised if you know which one it is, but, like, bleh. And then there's the inevitable school year begins. And of course that ties into the freedom, but alas, that's the next reason. So, as I said earlier in this video, I'm a New York City public school teacher. I teach high school English, and I'm starting on Thursday, year 22. I have 10 more first days of school left in me after that, and till retirement. And so I've been doing this since 1982. September comes around and I get ready and I go back to school. And I did that from 5 through 18 as a public school student, then from 18 to 22 as a college student, and then from 23 to current as a teacher. And I would, I like school. I work in school because I did well in school. Like, I'm a good student, and I like learning stuff, and I like education, and I believe very highly in education. I think education leads you out of poverty and into enlightenment, and it paves the way. Like, I mean, the amount of jobs you could get with a college diploma vastly outweigh the jobs you can get with just a high school one, and so on and so forth. And I believe in education and love it. So you might be like, but Linda, then why do you hate, like, the school year starting? Like, why does that make you hate fall so profoundly? And it's because of my current situation. Like, in theory, I love education and I love that I'm a teacher. In practice, I have alluded to on this channel, and I would never specifically say it because I don't want to out people, and I'm interested in preserving my job. It pays for laundry detergent and dog food. I kind of need it, so I'm not going to get into it too deeply, but I'll say that, like, it's particularly harsh. It is, like, where I work, who I work for, and what happens when I go there is really bad on my mental health. Like, in fact, many times, just walking, just seeing the building. Like, the other day, I was in a cab, I was in an Uber, going to my best friend's house because she moved to another neighborhood. And congratulations to her, she's got an awesome new apartment, and I'm next. And the cab was stopped at a light. And my school's in my neighborhood, so he was stopped at a light, and my school was right there. I was, like, right next to my school. And the visceral, physical panic attack, just by seeing the building, was like, I thought that I was going to die of a stroke. Like, I became alarmed. Like, I was in the back of this Uber, and, like, a Cake by the Ocean was playing on the radio. Like, there was nothing wrong. It was a sunny day. Everything was great. I love Cake by the Ocean. And, like, it's just awesome. And then I saw the building, like, I flipped out. Like, my whole body morphed into, like, nausea and vertigo, and the classic heart palpitations of a panic attack. And, like, I didn't have to go inside. I was going to something nice. We were going to go eat. It was a nice day. I went to my friend's house and I had penny vodka. It was great. But at that time, I flipped out. Like, my whole inner self was terrified. And I just have to keep repeating, the hard times are golden because they all lead to better days from Be All Right. Or the light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. Or just keep breathing and breathing and breathing. Ariana Grande lyrics get, like, they calm me down. If it ain't one thing, it's another. If you need someone to pull you out the bubble, I'll be right there just to hug you, but that's what I did. So I put in my earphones and I played Get Well Soon so that I could, like, not be a wreck, and I felt better, and I went to my friend's house, had penny vodka. But I think what I've taken a year and a day to say here is that I am so terrified of that place and what it means and the people who are in there, and there's one person who's in there in particular, and, like, and he this person is has supervisory authority over me, so, like, I can't even just be like, F it, and, like, I can't even think about it. So I actually can't even talk about it much more because I'm getting freaked out. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to go to my next thing. Okay? And my next thing, you're going to laugh at me. Socks and shoes. Now, if my mother is watching this video, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And if my good friend Linda, who's a retired school teacher herself, is watching, we're separated by decades apart in age, she and I, but we're both named Linda, and we both have a lot of similarities between us, and, like, we laugh about it. It's like, oh, only the Lindas would know. And so, Linda, if you're watching, and to my mother, if you're watching, socks and shoes, okay? Like, I feel like they're foot prisons, and I like flip-flops from Old Navy. They cost $3, and I don't like socks, and I hate them. And my brother and my best friends, I've never seen their feet. They're, like, sock enthusiasts, and they wear socks at all times. They would wear socks, like, to the pool if they could, and, like, I can't do it. My toes start to cry, and I feel like I have toe prison, and I don't like the fact that you have to put on socks and shoes in the fall. We just spent the whole summer with these. These are my feet. They're pretty. They're tan. They have toe rings. I did a pedicure. Like, I like my feet. They're very nice. I have, like, I don't have, like, a foot fetish or anything, but if a person had a foot fetish and looked at my feet, they would love me because I take wonderful care of my toes, and they're pretty. And, like, I don't want to hide them, and I don't want foot prison. So socks and shoes freak me out. I know. I'm crazy. You're just going to have to deal with it like everybody else does. Now, the next thing that makes me very, very, very upset, and this is where I'm going to go a little deeper. There are two left, okay? And so the next one that I want to go a little deeper on, socks and shoes are just for funny, but it's not funny to me, but I think you'll find that funny, is the deep one is this. It's what I call the end of the year analysis. Now, you know when you're a kid and you learn to put the date by numbers instead of letters, like you don't have to write September, you can write 9. And so there are 12 months in a year, you know, and the fall, like the end of, like when the school year starts, you have months 9, 10, 11, and 12, and the new year begins, right? So when I write 9/23/ or 11/2/, I get to thinking of this year in review. I start thinking of what number of the month it is, like, and so how much it is by 12. So like, what have I done with my year? Like, if it's February and I haven't accomplished my goals yet, I'm like, whatever, it's February, I'm gonna get there. If it's July and I haven't accomplished my goals yet, I'm like, it's cool, it's July, right? And then I start to panic because then Halloween comes and goes and Thanksgiving arrives and I'm writing 11 and I'm like, man, year's almost over. And what do I have to show for it? What's happened this year? What are the positives and negatives of this year? And how have I had a hand in it? And what have I done? And what could I do better? And like, how am I gonna like be a person? And like, you know, when I'm watching Ryan Seacrest and Jenny McCarthy ring in the new year, am I gonna be proud of this year or not? And often the answer is not, and like that's bad to me. So I don't like it. And that's why I hate fall. There's one final answer here. And it's, well, the best way I could put it is by saying Ned Stark was right. Those people who know anything about Game of Thrones are familiar with the phrase, winter is coming. Now, when Ned Stark said winter is coming, he was talking about, if you're a Game of Thrones enthusiast, you know that he was talking not just about the winter, but about the concept of what winter would bring. So like, not only was it like nice out for years and years, but then when the snow began to fall and like everything started to go down, also the battles began and the people from the 7 regions got into it, and like there was more destruction and death, and it was bad because, you know, they were fighting for like who gets the crown. And so like, winter is coming, said Ned Stark, is basically like, hey, buckle up because bad times come with the snow. Like the snow is coming and so is all the mayhem. So be prepared, children, you know, and there you go. Well, Ned Stark was right because winter is coming. Fall is the entryway to winter. It is the gateway. Clearly, you can, obviously we have a calendar. We know that like after Halloween comes Thanksgiving, comes Christmas, you know, like winter comes. So like, I can't escape when I'm walking around in fall. There I am with my pumpkin spice latte walking around being like, how long until this is gingerbread because winter's coming, you know? And like, it's 40 degrees today, so I must wear my jacket and my scarf, but holy cow, it's going to be 10 degrees soon and there's going to be snow on the ground, and that's going to suck because winter is coming and it's going to be a big, sloppy, cold, wet mess. And I hate winter even more than I hate fall, and I've got a video on why I hate winter too coming at you, okay? So basically what I'm saying is it's the gateway to winter, and I hate it because winter is absolutely deplorable to me, and I've never experienced winter where I didn't want to just jump off a cliff because of all the horrors that happen in winter. I don't know if the calendar likes to be unkind to me. I don't know what is bad. It's just bad and I can't stand it. And there are my reasons. Now, a person might have many questions or even be yelling at their screen right now saying, Linda, you're crazy. I get it. You might say, hey, how come you have lived in Brooklyn, New York for all your life? If you hate the weather, thusly, right, why would you stick with it? You're right. Okay, but the thing is that I should have probably left when I was like 23, but then I got a job and I thought it would get better, and I was just being a baby, and like, so I was like, screw it, I'll make it work. And then I was in, and then I was deep, and now I have like a pension and like, you know, like I'm heavily invested in the money of my career. So like, if I don't report to work for the next 11 years in this city, then I am missing out on all of the money that will help me not eat cat food when I'm 90. I could conceivably live to be 100, and I need to feed myself. And so I'm tied to this borough, and I'm tied to this city, and I'm tied to that building that gives me panic attacks. And I could say F it all, and I could go like out west or something. Like I could just be like, I could be like in Billy Joel's My Life, that got a call from an old friend. We used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way, said Billy Joel. Sold the house, bought a car, whatever, got a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives up my stand-up routine in LA. So like I could do that. I could abandon this whole mission. But I'm not a person who has money behind me so that I could go off on some new adventure and fail. I can't just go and live my dreams. Living your dreams is for rich people. That's the way I look at it. And you could disagree with that too, and that's your prerogative, right? So basically, I'm stuck, and I just have to handle it. And so how do I handle it? And what, at the end of this video, is my silver lining? Well, I try to trick myself into liking this stuff. I basically drink pumpkin spice lattes because I love them. Like I love pumpkin. I eat pumpkin pie. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. The food alone and the parade, and it's just so wonderful. And anybody who knows me knows I do Vlogsgiving. Like YouTubers who do Vlogmas or Vlogoween, they're not going to do Vlogsgiving. I love Thanksgiving like that. So dichotomy, sure, but like I try to trick my brain. I find the cool stuff that I like. Like for example, I really, really like scarves. So at least in the fall I can wear my scarves. I like Uggs. So like I can wear my Uggs, although I hate wearing the socks. And like, Turkey Day's coming and I get sweet potatoes and I get stuffing. So like I try to trick my brain into remembering that there's some cool stuff involved. And hopefully that keeps me afloat. So basically what I'm saying to you is I try to make $1 out of 99 cents. I try to find the silver lining in all of these things. I like to decorate. I like to rock the merch. I have beautiful hoodies and sweatshirts and things like that I wear that are in support of like artists that I enjoy. Like anybody who's seen my Ariana Grande collection video knows what I'm talking about. And I've bought more since then. And my Call Her Daddy merch because I love Alex Cooper so much, and I have Call Her Daddy sweatshirts to say unwell and everything. And like, so I try to rock those and be like, at least it's cool enough to wear those. So I try to trick my brain. I try to stop it up. I hit the reset button, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I just wanted to let you guys know where I was coming from, because maybe there's a person out there who feels like me, who feels like summer is the freedom time and summer is unencumbered and it's just nothing but like French pedicures and sunglasses and oceans and volleyball and bikinis, and they just feel the beauty of the season. And when fall comes, it rains on their parade, literally and figuratively, because it rains a lot in the fall. And so maybe somebody feels like me. Maybe you're the opposite and you're like, oh, I can't stand the heat, and oh, the beach is overrated and I can't wait to put on my hoodie. That's okay. All right, I hear you. So I just wanted to get that out there and let you guys know where I'm coming from about being so horrified by fall, because we're about to enter into fall territory. And one thing I hope I don't do, I'm going to try my damnedest not to do it, is to let my fall depression, which becomes my winter depression, which becomes my spring depression, lead me down a path of not creating good content for you guys and suckering into the feeling. Because if I could fake it till I make it and attempt to drink a pumpkin spice latte and make me feel better, well, that's personal, but this is for you guys. And I hope that I personally don't like fall off the wagon and I can't fake it till I make it for you. I hope that you get the good content. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far, I just want to show you, wait for it, that although I'm wearing this Wicked shirt, and I love Amber and I love this shirt, this is my real costume. This is how I really feel. And this is what I wear during the summer. And it's awesome. And I love it. And one day, I hope to move to a place where summer never dies. Until then, at least I've got good merch. And thanks, Amber, for that.